My name is Ian Seeb. I'm here to talk to you about how every day can be a high holiday. How many of you out there have your medical marijuana licenses? I see a lot of liars out there. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about how my work in the medical marijuana industry relates to me being a Jew. So give you a little bit of background about me, how being a Jew relates to Tikkun Olam, how it relates to being successful, how it sometimes relates to having a questionable business, and how it relates to plugging your business. So we'll start in the beginning. This is me, 1978, 3 years old, sitting on top of the Jewish Star outside the Jewish Community Center in Denver, Colorado. I am a third-generation Denver native, grew up here, went to college here, and I care about this community. This is me now, 2010, together with Eric Elkins and Ezra Shankin, the light of my life, who is here in the audience tonight. We formed E3 Events, bridging the gap between traditional Jewish values and pop culture with cocktails. This is also me. This is what I do for a profession. I own a medical marijuana center in Denver, Colorado. Last year we won the Medical Marijuana Harvest Cup 2009, which means that we have the best medical marijuana in the state of Colorado. To me. This is also important to me. It talks about being a Jew. Tikkun Olam, healing the world. Through the work that I do, both in and out of my work, I'm able to do that. Tikkun Olam, heal the world. And when we think of healing the world, we have to think about medical marijuana. Marijuana, it's a sustainable industry, right? It's a plant, like the rhododendron, like the raspberry, like the infamous poppy plant, right? It helps heal the world. And when we also think of healing the world, we think of some social action that I do. I've created the Green Team that is made up of my patients. This is us cleaning up Civic Center Park on 420 when everyone else is partying. I run a full-time food drive in my dispensary. I run a full-time coat drive. I run a full-time toy drive. Brief little intermission to let you know, December 25th, coming up at the Jet Hotel, we have Heathenism. Promises to be the biggest and best party of the year, as always. Christmas is a drag, put on by E3 Events. It's going to be a huge success. And when we speak about success, we have to talk about Jews, right? We value education. We value wealth. We value the ability to have things, material things. But it's not just the material things that we consider that make us a success, right? We have other things. It's giving back. It's providing a helping hand to people. It's lifting them up, making them feel high, if you will, no pun intended. But you know, it's very important to be that type of success. But it's not only success, right? I think that Albert Einstein said it best. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. And I know that through what I'm doing, both in my work in the community, as well as my profession, that I'm able to do that I am able to provide value to people. And that's when we're going to get into talking about what Jews and questionable businesses. How many of you have been on Birthright? Right. How many of you know that you would not have been on Birthright if it wasn't for the Bronfman family who was smuggling whiskey from Canada into the United States during Prohibition? I'm serious. How many of you have been to Las Vegas? Meyer Lansky, Bugsy Siegel. We wouldn't have Las Vegas if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't have Barbara Streisand, and we wouldn't have Barry Manilow. How many of you watch porn? Without Ron Jeremy, right? This man, he's the hedgehog, Uncle Ron. He's been entertaining thousands of women for decades. Think of how many double mitzvot he's performed over the years. And he's family, right? So then we come to me and what I do for my business. Now, let's face it, marijuana is for everybody. There's no debate about that. But medical marijuana may not be for everybody. In order to qualify for medical marijuana in the state of Colorado, you have to suffer from a number of debilitating conditions. Cancer, glaucoma, HIV, AIDS, cachexia, severe pain, severe nausea, seizures, persistent muscle spasms. If you have those, you're going to go to a doctor. I would like to recommend my nice Jewish doctor, Dr. George Sherrack in Denver, Colorado, runs the multidisciplinary doctors. So you go see the doctor, they help you fill out the application, they help you fill out the physician recommendation. You're going to take that, submit that application to the state along with $90. 30 days later, you're going to come see me at 1 Broadway, 303, 420 Meds is my phone number, 1 Broadway, right next to the cop shop. Where we're going to help you with the supply of flowers, with the supply of edibles, and things are going to help you get onto healing yourself. So in conclusion, we talked about Tikkun Olam, giving back. Jews are sometimes involved in less than savory industries. Medical marijuana is a savory, it's a sustainable industry. And December 25th, heathenism at the Jet Hotel. I'd like to thank